Good evening, Kenton community. My name is Sabatino Samato. I'm your superintendent, and this is your weekly connection update. Quick overview of the connection. In my section, of course, we talk again about attendance. Then we talk about our budget vote coming up in just a couple weeks. Then we move what we have every week, our safety tips for families, focusing on sunscreen this week. We then get into our school and district highlights. We finish with our recognition, which is our Kenmore Junior Senior Crossroads Academy. I'll talk about that more in a moment. Let's dig a little bit deeper into the connection. First, our attendance campaign. We've launched this. It's a priority throughout our district with our families, with our staff. And folks, last week we announced the first week's winners, the second week winners. First, Hoover Middle retained their trophy. Congratulations, Hoover Middle. But we had some changes in elementary and secondary, our high schools. Next, our Edison Elementary is the winner from this past week. And then our high schools, Kenmore West was the winner this past week as well. And folks, remember, we started our first week was the baseline where those schools had gotten to at that point of the year and how they increased for that first week. Now it's after that first week where we are and now where we've come to this second week. And those are the schools that have just really shown the least amount of regression, most amount of improvement, because we know that the fourth quarter is our most challenging quarter. Thank you to all of our staff. The game is not done. The work is not done. For all of our kids and our families, we must finish strongly. That's what this attendance campaign is all about. Thank you very much. Let's continue to work. The next piece in my section is regarding the budget vote coming up May 20th, Tuesday, May 20th, from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. If you go over to Hoover, enter off Sheridan Drive, you go right to the right-hand side towards the middle school, and there's an entrance right there all the way to the right for the Hoover Gymnasium. That's where voting takes place, and we can really use your vote to approve the budget. It's a 2.03% increase year over year for our taxpayers on the levy. Just wonderful work maintaining all of the progress that we've had in the district. It really prioritizes safety, technology. We also have the approval of our school buses as we do every year. So really, if you can, come out and help us on that day and vote for our school budget here in Kenton. Then we get into our safety tips for families and focusing on sunscreen. Yep, we're getting to that point of the year. I know it hasn't felt like it for that long. We've had some nice days, but the weather is changing, keeping kiddos safe from the sun. We focus on healthychildrens.org, some of their recommendations that they make there. Check out that section. Then we get to our school and district highlights. Summer music program registration opens for students. Retiring Kenmore East coach Les Simon honored at final East-West home game. Franklin Elementary supports worldwide efforts to eradicate polio. Kenmore West team visits incoming 7th grade students. Schools go all out to express appreciation for teachers. Food Service Department practices new recipe and cooking strategies. Edison Elementary hosts successful STEM night. Hoover Middle students earn chance at Minute to Win It activities. Kenmore West student performs at Kleinhans. And finally, Kenmore East and Kenmore West students earn Service Above Self Award. And we finish off with our recognition this week. Just as I mentioned before, we are so proud of our 6 students from the Crossroads Academy that participated in this this partnership that Crossroads had with a group called Community Service for Everyone. I got to enjoy a lunch that was a culmination of this partnership this past Friday, May 2nd. And these kiddos just did a great job presenting a nice Italian lunch for their staff, their classmates, for some of us from central office. It was just a great time. These kiddos, I want to thank especially for all their hard work. Leanna Lopez, Alaya Janizeski, Lily Garino, Trinae Thornton, Alyssa Soul, and Violet Zuefli. These kiddos have spent the past 4 months working with this community organization, and really just so proud of not only our students but our staff there at Kenmore Junior, especially Crossroads Academy. Really second to none. And this staff is a great example of all of our staff doing whatever it takes for kids. Check out that story. Just a wonderful, wonderful, heartwarming story. And that brings us to the end of the connection this week. And folks, first, I want to say happy Mother's Day to all of our mothers, both our staff that are mothers. Listen, our teachers that are just mothers to our kiddos, and especially to our families out there, all of our moms. We all know it takes all of us to raise our kiddos, but just all of the female influence that we have on all of our students just makes such a great difference, because that is really, truly what makes us Kenton strong, Kenton proud, and helps us to move Kenton forward. Happy Mom's Day.